like when a person of a lower class or a lower of a race that is not white, I get what you're saying. Okay.
No, go ahead, tell me.
Okay, so if a person is not white, they have it a bit harder when it comes to like justice. All
Okay,
right.
so give me an example.
Well, okay, let's talk about, your guy wearing, baggy pants and, you know, chains all around his neck going to court. He's going to fare not as well as the person showing up in a suit and tux at court. You know what I mean?
Why do you think that is? Because he's black?
Well, because there's automatically a racism against black culture.
Say again?
There's automatically racism against the black culture.
So you're saying that because this guy shows up to a job interview in a suit and tie, and I assume he's white, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And because this black individual shows up in, let's just say, ghetto fabulous attire.
Yeah, ghetto fabulous attire.
He won't get the job, but the white guy will, because the white guy's white.
No, it will be because of the fact that the white guy goes with the white culture and the black guy goes with black culture.
Okay. So when a black person wears a business suit, that's white culture.
Yes.
Okay.
Business suits are a white culture thing. Will you agree with that or not?
No. Would you say that if a person's wearing saggy pants and ghetto fabulous attire, that that is a black person's culture?
Yes.
Okay. No, I would disagree. So the reason I would do that is because that would be basically there's numerous cultures that have adopted this over the years. So it did originate with black culture, but it has expanded since then to multiple cultures. Mm-hmm. And to say that a single pair of pants sagging indicates any sort of race is a ridiculous concept. So what kind of suit are we talking about that would indicate a white person? Are we talking about a three-piece?
I don't even know the difference between a three-piece
no?
two-piece suit. But what I'm saying is... Okay. All right, fine.
No,
hey,
bow tie, tie, Windsor knot. What are you talking about?
What the fuck are you even saying? It just sounds
Windsor
like
knot.
all gibberish. What's a Windsor knot?
Okay. Basically, I'm saying that the suits are not white culture. Okay. The white guy is white, and then he's wearing a suit. The black guy is wearing baggy pants. He lost the job interview. What?
What?
Okay. He lost the job interview because he showed up in inappropriate attire.
Okay.
If the white...
I know that's a simple thing to say. Generally, that's the best way to go. It's the safest way to go. But why is it that white culture is considered appropriate and black culture is considered inappropriate?
And what particular thing about black culture?
Let's go into music. Let's talk about rap music. And we're not talking like gangster fabulous rap. Let's just go with Will Smith. Like, getting jiggy with it, okay?
I've never ran into a situation where getting jiggy with it was inappropriate to play.
All right. Let me think of something.
How about Jay-Z? Or maybe Kanye West?
Okay, it's a Hard Knock Life. Jay-Z.
Okay, he says nigger in the song.
Damn it. I don't listen to much rap music, so this is difficult. At least not the non-offensive stuff.
He's also talking about selling drugs on the street. That's also another thing.
All right. Which is considered more classy, okay? All right, let me just do this, okay? Hotel California by the Eagles or Kanye West Jesus Walks.
Hotel California because it's older, and you said classy.
Yeah, but Hotel California is about getting stoned off your fucking mind.
Yeah, that's true. What was the Kanye West song?
Jesus Walks.
Okay.
It has a few N-word pops, I'm sure. And
well,
a bunch of fucks.
Wait, I'm getting word pops? What?
No, I'm saying... No, I was talking about the, Kanye West. Let me see if I can use a better example, something more about drugs.
So Hotel California is older and more widely accepted generally because it's got basically a more melodic feel to it, I suppose, and the lyrics are vague enough that you don't have any idea what they're talking about. Like literally in the lyrics, it's talking about a Hotel California, such a lovely place, and like you'll never leave. Like I have no idea what they're talking about. But
or
it's a
okay, what about
nice
like
melody.
Okay, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
I have no idea what that is.
It's by the Beatles.
With diamonds?
Yeah, Lucy, it's one of the more famous songs. Have you ever even listened to a Beatles song in your life?
No, I hate the Beatles.
Why?
I just don't like them.
They're one of the best bands ever, man.
They have an annoying voice.
They have an annoying voice. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. John Lennon, Ringo, and that weird guy on the drums.
Harrison or whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is basically code for LSD. Let me pick something more modern that you would have heard of. Hey, Laura, what's that Third Eye Blind song?
Which one?
The one that he talks really fast in. What? The other big hit that wasn't, I wish that you would step back from that ledge, my friend. What was the other one that was big? Semi-life, something like... So yeah, Semi-Charmed Life, okay? Do you know the song?
I want something else.
Yeah, to get me through this. Okay. Generally very radio appropriate, nothing too bad about it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That song's about being a fucking addict.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be able to tell from the lyrics?
Yes. Oh, yeah. It's actually pretty harsh lyrics.
So give me the lyric that indicates that it's a song about addicts.
Okay. Semi-Charmed Life lyrics.
And I want you to pick a rap song, and I'll find the lyric in it that's inappropriate.
Well, I'm trying to think of a rap song that's being a bit more just... I'm packed, I'm holding. I'm smiling, she's living, she's golden, and she lives for me. She says she lives for me. Ovation. She got her own motivation. She comes around. She goes down on me, and I make her smile. It's like a drug for you. Do you ever want what you want to do? Coming over you. Keep on smiling. Wow, this is actually really bad. Keep on smiling. What we go through. One stop to that rhythm that divides you, and I speak to you like the chorus to the verse. Chop another line like a coda with a curse. And I come on like a freak show takes the stage. We give them the games we play, she said. All right, that's just a hint. There's literally references to oral sex in exchange for crack.
Yeah, references. None of that is very clear.
Okay. So, you brought up 3 6 Mafia. I remember there being a 3 6 Mafia drug song. Let me see.
You should check out Slob on My Knob. That's really funny.
I know Slob on My Knob. I know a lot of 3 6 Mafia. Okay. Let me think of something a bit more vague here.
I think your best shot may be Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay, alright. Crossroads. Let's use that as an example then. And don't think I'm going to let you get away with first of the month on this one.
Okay. I can go ahead and tell you that most of the songs were about death. Or about having to kill people and regretting that. Wondering about your existence when it refers to, like, I think, religion.
Yeah.
And then also being willing to kill for your friends.
Look, here's the line. Now tell me what you're going to do when there ain't nowhere to run. Tell me what. When judgment comes for you, when judgment comes for you. Blah, 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 blah. This is pretty much a lot of repeats. When there ain't nowhere to hide... Judgment comes for you. Okay, so let's go to the chorus or the verses here. Let's all bring it in for Wally, Eazy-E, Uncle Charlie, Little Bo, God's got 'em. I'm gonna miss everybody. I only row with Bone, my gang. Look to where they lay when playing with destiny. Plays too deep for me to say. Little Lazy came to me, told me if he should decease, well then please bury me by my grand, and when you can, follow me. God bless you working on a plan to heaven. Follow the Lord all 24/7. God is who we praise, even through the devil's gaze, or even though the devil's all up in my face, but he keeping me safe and in my place. Say grace.
Mm-hmm.
For the case to race with a chance to face the judge, and I'm guessing my soul won't budge, grudge, because there's no mercy for thugs. Oh, what can I do? It's all about our family and how we roll. Can I get a witness? Let it unfold. We living our lives to internal our soul. Pray and we pray and we pray. Blah 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 blah. Every day, every day. Still we laced. Now follow me. Roll stroll. Whether it is tell of his... Man, I cannot speak this language.
That's okay. You can stop speaking. The
Yeah.
reason why they wouldn't play that is because it talks about religion.
Okay, that might be a fair one. There is a lot of religion. People do play this a lot, so this is kind of a bad example. Fine. Bone Thugs and Harmony, first of the month.
I'm just saying that they're one of the few bands that I can remember that when I used to listen to that kind of stuff that
Yeah.
didn't have kind of horrible lyrics, like horrible in the sense of marketability to like most markets. And their one sort of restricting quality was that it's kind of religious, and religious stuff doesn't get played.
Yeah, no, but again, Crossroads does get some play.
According to the white supremacy, black, 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 black racism.
Yeah, see, it's too cut and dry under the theory that you've laid out. And
Well, a second ago you were saying there's institutional racism.
it
preventing
does
these individuals.
exist. And I'm
Okay,
not saying
so
it's really...
point it out.
There's way...
Just point it out. Point it out. Just point it out.
All right. If you have a hair that looks a bit too fro-y, you're going to have a harder time getting a job.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So if you don't comb your hair,
look, it's more based on culture than it is on race.
okay.
There's
So you're saying institutional racism is where?
culture based in cities.
Okay. So then you should be able to provide examples.
Well, I just did, and you keep on throwing them out.
I'm asking you, did this person brush their hair? Because when they brush their hair, it doesn't look too froey.
But you keep on bringing up the subject that this person should change the way that they are.
You mean they should make themselves more palatable to society like everybody? You don't roll out of
Or
bed.
these
in your
people
pajamas.
what you're more saying is these people should make themselves more white to be presentable to society.
So, in that concept, you have suggested that the appropriate thing, I guess, the thing that a person should do in a society is white, right?
Yes, generally.
Okay. Murdering another person, basically for their shoes, is not something society does, right?
Correct.
So that is more black.
No, I'm not going to go that route.
Well, you just said that the society finds it inappropriate to murder someone for their shoes.
No, see, you're taking it to way too of an extreme of
What
an
do you mean?
example. I'm more talking like styles, fashions, things like that.
Okay. So
Well, how about
you're
this? All right, if I mouth off to a cop
Mhm.
or reach into an inappropriate place, you know what's going to happen? The cop's going to say, "Stop it."
Maybe.
Believe me, it's what happens. I've been mouthy with cops before. I don't get bugged.
Oh, okay. Okay. You've been mouthy with cops before.
Yes.
Okay.
What happens
kind
to
of stuff?
you when you get mouthy with cops?
I don't get mouthy with cops.
No, I do. I mean, I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible, but I'm more like, making fun of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. But the next time you consider that, you should look up the statistics on how many white people die by by being shot by police.
Well, here, we can do that real quick.
Yeah. Put up a little comparison of who dies more, white people or black people. Or Mexicans or Asians. Hint, hint, it's white people. Do you know why? Because no one investigates.
Here, hold on. Okay. 613 people have been shot and killed by police in 2018.
2000 what?
18.
Go to 2017. The year's already closed for that.
Hold on. let me see here. Let me see if they got numbers here for black versus white. They have names, but it doesn't look like they're actually.
If you go to the type in FBI crime statistics or police shooting statistics, 2000, you have to go to a year that's already closed because they'll compile the data for that. So 2016,
I'll go
that'll
to
be done.
2017. Yeah.
I don't know if they've compiled that data yet. I don't know, but I know that 16's done. I think I did some paper on that like a while ago, but yeah.
There are 41 shootings with verified locations that. God, will they just
Sorry,
show that? There's nothing there about what we're talking about.
Okay,
Washington Post is terrible for this. Statistica.com.
No, don't go to the Washington
I
Post.
I know. Well, it's the first thing that pops up on Google search. It ain't my fault.
Type
They're
into
liberals.
Google FBI crime statistics.
Okay,
police
well
shootings.
here I got Statistica up. Okay, for
Do you have
2017 and 2018 by race. Okay.
Okay.
So in 2017, 457 white people were shot.
Okay.
And black people were black people were 223.
So more white people were shot by police.
Yes.
But the interesting thing is that there should be far less black people shot by the police.
Yeah, there is. It's about half.
Right. No, but the problem is, okay, do you know how many, or how the representation of black people in the statistical sense, like the, I think it's about 12% of the population, maybe 13.
Let me see 2016 here. Yeah, you're right. It should be. 12 points African Americans, 12.7%. Yeah, about 13%. Wow, you got that almost exactly right. You said you just did a paper on that, didn't you?
The paper was a while ago. But anyways, the whole point of the white supremacy is that the disparity that you're seeing, so that number, the 4,000, you said 4,000, right? For white people?
No, 457.
Okay, 457. So 457 should represent 75% or so of the population as white people, and then everyone else should be nowhere near that. Or at least,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that white people commit a lion's share of the crimes in the United States. I think it's followed by immigrants or white people. I can't remember. But that's the problem. Black people essentially commit more crime, have more interactions with the police, and ultimately have less respect for the police when it comes to their sort of deadly potential.
So do you think it's an upbringing issue on the other side of things, on the black side?
I couldn't say. I think it's personal decisions. I can't put the finger on one thing. I know that in my limited experience in the black community, being raised by black parents, or sorry, 2 black women, it promoted the idea that the police were not to be respected. Yeah.
All right. This seems like a good point for final thoughts on this.
Okay. Essentially, white supremacy is bullshit.
very, very simple and to the point. I like that.
Yeah. It infuriates me.
I don't think it's complete bullshit, but I think it takes away from the real conversations we should be having, and that's how to mitigate racism, period, not just on one side or the other. I mean, white people aren't the only ones that need to be fixed in this sense.
May I add one point?
Yeah.
Racism is something that is eternal, okay? This is one thing that white supremacy gets correct. Racism will never end. Do you know why?
Because no matter what, people are always going to see people as being different.
No, because people are different. And when people are divided by tribe, they will have tendencies to do similar things that their tribes are. For as long as white people are successful being, I guess, if you want to call it white, I call it American. So the commonality that bonds us together is what we are willing to do for each other. And if that means wear a suit to get a job, whether I'm black or white or whatever, I'll do it, because that's a sign that I'm willing to participate in our community. If you're not willing to participate, then you will not be successful. And those people who choose to support people who don't want to participate will perpetuate non-success. So that's ultimately a self-perpetuating, self-fulfilling prophecy, and they find another excuse: white supremacy. Look at those people who are succeeding. What's the commonality? Oh, well, they're either sold out black people, sold out Mexicans, sold out Asians, or they're all being forced to do it by the predominant society, white people.
All right. We'll go to a break.